Good morning students, I am Shomajit sir. Today I am here to deliver my lecture on topic mechanism of breathing. This is from the chapter breathing and exchange of gases. So watch the entire lecture to get basics out of it. So without any delay, let's start with the topic mechanism of breathing from the chapter breathing and exchange of gases. So let's start. So let's start with the topic mechanism of breathing. So you can see breathing, we have inspiration and expiration. So what is inspiration? The taking in of air from the atmosphere into the lungs. Okay, so taking in of air from atmosphere into the lungs is called inspiration. And what is expiration? The passive expelling of air from the lungs. The passive expelling of air from the lungs is called expiration. Okay, so we'll see this in detail. So in the mechanism of breathing, there are inspiration and expiration. So first let's see the inspiration. It is also called inhalation. So in the process of inspiration, the diaphragm contracts, that is get flattens. The vertical volume, okay, that is anterior posterior axis increases. Okay, and this side the external intercostal muscle contract and the ribs and sternum lift up. Volume in the dorsal ventral axis increases because the air is getting inside, so the lungs volume will get increased, isn't it? So thoracic volume increases and thereby the thoracic pressure decreases and the lungs get expanded and the pulmonary volume increased and the intrapulmonary pressure decreases, so air moves from outside to inside. Okay, so in the process of inhalation, you can see the diaphragm contracts, that is moves down when the air is inhaled, and the rib cage expand as the rib muscle contract. Okay, so this is the entire process of inspiration. The reverse is seen in expiration. So in the process of expiration, that when the air is coming out from the lungs, you can see the intercostal muscles and the diaphragm relax. The thoracic, okay, the thoracic or the thorax regains its original volume. The thoracic volume decreases, the pulmonary volume decreases, and the air move out. Okay, so you can see in exhalation the diaphragm relaxes, that is moves up. Okay, when the air is exhaled, and the rib cage gets smaller as rib muscles relax. So during forceful expiration, the abdominal muscles and the internal intercostal muscle contract. So you can see the exhalation process. The picture is given. Now let's move to the respiratory volume and capacities. Okay, so these are the terminologies that we'll study. One is tidal volume, one is inspiratory reserve volume, is also called IRV. Okay, so inspiratory reserve volume is IRV, or it is also called complementary air. And then expiratory reserve volume, that is ERV, or supplemental air. Then we'll study about residual volume, inspiratory capacity. So residual volume is denoted by RV, inspiratory capacity is denoted by IC, expiratory capacity is denoted by EC, functional residual volume is denoted as FRC, vital capacity is denoted as VC, and total lungs capacity, that is TLC. So we'll see this one by one. So in the respiratory volume and capacities, first we'll see the tidal volume. What is tidal volume? So tidal volume, short form is TV. So what is tidal volume? It's a volume of air inspired or expired during normal respiration. So whenever we do normal respiration, that is air is inspired or expired during normal respiration, it's about 500 ml, that is 6000 to 800 ml per minute. Okay, so it is about 500 ml. So what is tidal volume? What is tidal volume? Is a volume of inspired or expired during normal respiration. Okay, so volume of air inspired or expired during normal respiration. So you can see the tidal volume range, the picture is given. Next is inspiratory reserve volume, IRV, or complementary air. So additional volume of air that can inspire by forceful inspiration. So whenever we are doing a forceful inspiration, so this is called inspiratory reserve volume, and it is about 2500 to 3000 ml. Okay, so 2500 to 3000 ml. Next we'll see expiratory reserve volume, or ERV. It is also called supplementary air. So what is this? It's the additional volume of air that can expire by forceful expiration. So this is the forceful expiration. It is about 1000 to 1100 ml. Okay, so its ranges is 1000 to 1100 or 1100 ml. That is forceful expiration. Next is residual volume, that is RV. So volume of air remaining in lungs after forceful expiration. So as much of air we are expelling out, or after forceful expiration, little amount of air is remained in the lungs, that is residual volume. It always remains. So its ml is 1100 to 1200 ml. What is inspiratory capacity is denoted by IC. So total volume of air inspired after normal expiration, that is TV plus IRV. Okay, so it is about 3000 to 3500 ml. Next is expiratory capacity, that is EC. So total volume of air expired after normal inspiration. Okay, so it is the total volume of air expired after normal inspiration, that is TV plus ERV. Tidal volume, okay, plus expiratory reserve volume is about 1500 to 1600 ml. Now functional residual volume or functional residual capacity, that is FRC. So volume of air remaining in the lungs after normal expiration. Okay, so the volume of air remaining in the lungs after normal expiration. Okay, so it's about 2100 to 2300 ml. So next is vital capacity. You can see the volume of, that is VC, vital capacity is VC. There's a volume of air that can breathe in after a forced expiration, or volume of air that can breathe out after a forced inspiration. Okay, one is forced expiration, one is forced inspiration. Okay, so it's about 3500 to 4500 ml. Next is total lungs capacity. Okay, next is total lungs capacity, that is TLC. So total volume of air in the lungs after maximum inspiration. This is the total volume of air in the lungs after maximum inspiration, that is RV plus ERV plus TV plus IRV. Okay, so it's about 5000 to 6000 ml. So total lungs capacity, it includes all. Okay, so part of respiratory tract, that is from nostril to terminal bronchi, not involved in gases exchange, it is called dead space. Okay, so which one is dead space? The part of respiratory tract that is from nostril to bronchi, these are not involved in gases exchange, these are called dead space. And dead air volume is about 150 ml. So dead air volume is about 150 ml. Next we have respiratory cycle. What is respiratory cycle? It is the combination of inspiration and expiration. So inspiration and expiration combiningly called respiratory cycle. And normal respiratory, okay, or breathing rate, normal respiratory rate or breathing rate is 12 to 16 times per minute. So in a time, normally we respire about, or normally in 1 minute we respire 12 to 16 times in a minute. What is spirometer or respirometer? So spirometer or respirometer is used to measure the respiratory rate. Okay, spirometer is used to measure the respiratory rate. Thank you, student. This is all about the entire view lecture. We have discussed about the topic mechanism of breathing. This is from the chapter breathing and exchange of gases. So stay at home, stay safe. I am Shomujit sir, signing off for today, and again we'll meet in the next class. Thank you, students.